What's going on, guys? Okay, so in the saga of the blue frog, which I know many of you have seen that episode, I am back on Middle Bass Island. Now, I'm completely unprepared, no camera team, no nothing, but I came out and just for the heck of it decided to see if I could find the blue frog. I did not find the one that you guys saw on the previous trip, but I found this frog, which also looks like it may be some sort of genetic abnormality. It has crazy blue coloration and lighter green speckling. What we're gonna do is hold on to the frog until daylight so we can get a better look at it. This is awesome.
In the summer of 2020, I came upon a sight I never expected to see.
Dude, that is a blue frog. Look at that frog.
Where?
Right there.
Oh my gosh, we gotta catch this frog, guys.
I can't believe what I'm looking at. This is insane.
For 3 days, Mario and I pursued this frog. Day and night, we attempted to catch and share this beautiful blue beauty with the Coyote pack. Yet this super spring-loaded creature outsmarted, outmaneuvered, and outplayed me like no frog I had ever been witness to. Coyote Peterson was truly defeated by a blue frog.
I can't believe that just happened.
I returned to the scene of my defeat several times in the following weeks, but the blue frog was nowhere to be found. The Phantom of Middle Bass had disappeared, and the legend was born. Then on a random trip back to the island, without any expectation of seeing this legendary frog, and with no proper camera team, a new blue was spotted, and I totally redeemed myself.
Okay guys, so here's what's happened. Last night, I was out investigating the same swamp where I had seen a bullfrog once before, a blue bullfrog. You may remember an episode from a few weeks ago called Blue Frog Must See It to Believe It. Well, I didn't anticipate seeing that frog again considering I had scouted one other time. I was back last night, and lo and behold, I found a different blue frog. No, this is not the same blue frog that evaded capture last time. This is another example of a frog that has gone through a color mutation. Now, it's not so much why is this frog blue, it's how did this frog become blue. It is blue because it has a color mutation known as axanthism. Think of it like this. If you're mixing colors together, blue and yellow make green. The base layer of bullfrogs is actually blue, but this frog lacks a yellow pigmentation in its skin. If the base is blue and the second layer is yellow, when those mix together, that is why we perceive frogs as being green. This frog has a lack of that yellow pigmentation, which is what makes it appear to be sapphire. Now, a color abnormality like this can be rather frequent in nature, and it happens quite often in different amphibian species, not only in frogs, but also in salamanders. Although scientists predict that finding a blue bullfrog is about 1 in 30,000 frogs. So I definitely consider this quite the anomaly and a pretty incredible find. The reason that I'm guessing that there is genetic mutation happening here on Middle Bass Island is because this is a very isolated population of bullfrogs. There are very few predators other than herons and snapping turtles in this environment, which is allowing these frogs to just continuously reproduce. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of bullfrogs living in this marsh. So after a while, it's not unlikely that there's going to be some sort of mutation that happens where you have a color variation like this. I think we all remember the sapphire crayfish, and I think it would be rather fitting to call this the sapphire bullfrog. But just so we're clear, this is not a new species. It is a true bullfrog, it just has a color mutation. The more this frog is out in the sun, warming itself up for the day, the brighter that blue color is going to get. When this amphibian is cold or it's hunkered down, they have the ability to shift the chromatophores in their skin, which of course can help keep them more camouflaged. Now the problem a blue frog like this faces is that it cannot camouflage properly. I'm actually really pleased to see that the frog has grown to this size to begin with. A lot of animals that do not have the proper coloration for their environment end up being easily predated upon by other predators. The way that I caught this frog, which actually happened off camera, is I did shine it with a flashlight, but it wasn't in the water, it was actually up on land. I used the long extendable net, got the net over top of the frog, and was able to quickly pounce on top of it and get it scooped up. What I want to do now is give you guys an up-close comparison between the blue bullfrog and a normal green bullfrog. Now, these are the exact same species, about the same size, but you'll notice how different looking the blue mutation is from the green one. Let's start with the eyes. The eyes of the green bullfrog are bright amber in coloration surrounding that black pupil, but the blue bullfrog's eyes are almost completely black and brown. That again has to do with the lack of yellow pigmentation in this frog's body. When it comes to camouflage, there's no question about it. The green frog is going to blend in much better within a swamp or marsh environment with lily pads and duckweed. The blue bullfrog, especially when you turn it sideways like this, you can see is so much more likely to stand out amongst a green environment. My theory on that, as to why I was unable to catch the blue bullfrog last time, is that they're more agile and more in tune with any movements within the environment. The second they feel the water shifting or a difference between light and shadows, they immediately think, oh no, I'm no longer hidden, something's getting close, it may eat me, I better spring off into action and find myself a better hiding spot. I wonder if they're talking, saying to themselves, what are we doing right now? Are we being filmed? Were we abducted by aliens? Are we about to be famous on YouTube? Without question, this blue bullfrog is probably going to be the most famous frog we have ever filmed. Well, it's taken me several trips back to Middle Bass Island, but I was finally able to find and successfully catch the one and only blue bullfrog. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. All right, time to get these two hoppers back off into the swamp.
A quick search of the internet will reveal that several blue frogs have shown up in 2020, including specimens sighted in Texas, Indiana, Louisiana, Iowa, and of course, Ohio. Some say these frogs are 1 in a million, which is probably pretty accurate considering the number of tadpoles that hatch out and grow into frogs every season. Yet while it is rarely witnessed due to the elusive nature of most amphibians, azanathism is relatively widespread in salamander and frog populations that have a limited gene pool, like frogs isolated to an island. For me, the summer of 2020 will always carry with it the memory of the blue frog. And if you ever get the chance to visit Middle Bass Island and find yourself walking along the marsh, who knows, maybe you too will be lucky enough to catch a glimpse of the sapphire bullfrog. Hey Coyote Pack, if you are new to the legend of my boy Blue, make sure to go back and watch as I try to catch the uncatchable frog. I promise, it's the most entertaining example of a man versus frog that has ever been captured on camera.
There's nothing more frustrating than literally having the frog you've been trying to catch for 3 days in your net and then have it spring out just as I was trying to get my hand in there to keep him locked in position. Don't got him yet, we're gonna keep trying.
And don't forget, subscribe and join memberships so you can officially become one of the pack.